2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 11b. Get Mark and bring him with you, for he is very useful to me for ministry. We have Paul's second directive to Timothy from this section, which is to get Mark and bring him along, for he is very useful to Paul's ministry. Mark or John Mark is the writer of the Gospel of Mark. In Acts 12, we see that his mother's home had been one of the centers of Jerusalem church, and the home to which Peter came after the angel delivered him from prison. Mark had known all the apostles from his young age. A little background here. When Paul was on his first missionary journey trip, Mark accompanied him as a helper on the campaign through Cyprus. But for some unknown reason, he left Paul in Pamphylia and went home. We see this in Acts 13. Paul considered this a desertion, and later when Barnabas wanted to let John Mark accompany them on a subsequent journey, Paul would not allow that, and the argument between Paul and Barnabas was so sharp that Paul took Silas and went one way, and Barnabas took John Mark the other. We see this in Acts 15. We have no record of exactly what happened to Mark afterward, but evidently the time with Barnabas was a time of healing, because we find that Mark was again with Paul during his first Roman imprisonment when he wrote Colossians. He says in Colossians 4:10, Mark, the cousin of Barnabas, greets you. If he comes to you, welcome him. And likewise in Philemon, verse 24, Paul calls him his fellow worker. And now Paul, in his time of greatest need, calls for him, for he is very useful in Paul's ministry. Paul considered Mark once useless for ministry, but now useful. We see in the life of Mark that past failure, even rejection, does not prevent present usefulness. Have a blessed day.